It is summertime. I know you guys are kind of broke, but you still want to go to Miami. And I'm gonna give you guys some advice on how to go to Miami if you're absolutely broke or if you're just kind of broke. Now, if you're kind of broke, you want to stay at my favorite hotel, which is Moxy South Beach. The great thing about Moxy South Beach is that you could get a bunk bed hotel room. I say if you decide to stay here at this hotel room, you could get up to 6 people in one hotel room and you all could have your own individual beds, or one of you guys could sleep on a couch. This hotel is really ideal for those of you people who just need a place to sleep. So if you're planning on being out all day, going partying, going on the beach, going on excursions, if that's what you're planning on doing, you just need a place to sleep, then you want to stay at the Moxy South Beach. The best thing about this hotel is that it is again on South Beach. It is literally across the street from the beach itself, so it's really convenient for you guys. It's also in the middle of the entertainment district, so basically the party district of Miami Beach. Now, for those of you that are super broke, I'm talking about you're absolutely broke, you're going to want to find a hostel. Now, for those of you that live in Europe, you know all about hostels, but not a lot of Americans know about it. So a hostel is basically a shared hotel room with a bunch of bunk beds. So it's a hotel room that has about 6 to maybe 30 bunk beds. It's a shared bathroom and everything is shared in the entire room. You just have a bed to sleep in. In Miami, you could find a hostel for probably like $30 a night. So I recommend that as well. If you're really super broke, you can't afford to get the bunk bed hotel room at Moxie. Now let's talk about flights. For flights, you have a lot of options since a lot of airlines have their hubs in Miami. For example, American Airlines have a hub in Miami. Delta has a hub here. United has a small little hub. Spirit Airlines is in Miami as well, so you could fly Spirit. If you're really broke, fly Spirit, but I recommend either choosing Delta, United, or American. Now, when you come to Florida, you're going to need transportation. Our public transportation system here is absolutely terrible. You don't want to take a bus while it's 90 degrees outside with humidity. You don't want to do it. What I recommend that you do is that you rent a car off of Turo.com. That's Turo.com. On Turo, you get a cheap Nissan Altima for probably about $40 a day. That's with insurance, by the way. That being said, if you plan on staying in South Beach the entire time, like you have no plans on going to mainland Miami, North Miami, Fort Lauderdale, what I recommend that you do instead is not get a rental car at all. Just stay in South Beach. And I only recommend exploring Miami if you have been here multiple times before. If you're looking for some cheap things to do here while you're in Florida, you have 2 options. Number 1, you could try Airbnb experiences. It's worth it. You don't have to have an Airbnb reservation in order to book the experiences. Something I highly recommend that you go through and check out what's available. For those of you that like to take a bunch of pictures, there's also some photographers up there. Now, for those of you that want to party, you could use Eventbrite. Eventbrite is basically a private party kind of thing. It's an app where people post their private parties that they have, and you can find a lot of good parties up there. You can find some boat parties, you can find some house parties, you can find some beach parties. There's a lot of really good beach parties in Miami that you might want to go to, and all of that is going to be on Eventbrite. Let's talk about nightclubs. Now, if you're kind of broke or if you're really broke, you're probably not going to get into any nightclub in South Beach, Miami, unless you're a really hot girl, because Miami loves really hot girls. If you're a group of really hot girls, you can get into any Miami club for free, but this is mainly for the guys. If you are really broke, you cannot get into those nightclubs. I'm telling you that right now. What I recommend you do instead is go to mainland Miami, go to Wynwood Walls. It's like a little strip, has a bunch of bars, bunch of clubs that all Miami locals really go to. You will love it. People like me enjoy it more than South Beach. Another good thing about the Wynwood Walls is that there's cheap bottle service there, so you could get a $500 bottle package for the night at one of the clubs in Wynwood Walls. Just to name a few venues that I recommend that you try out in the Wynwood Wall area is Pilos, Dirty Rabbit, and Bottle Blonde. Those are the 3 top places as of right now. It's always changing, but I recommend you just going to that area, walk down that strip, find any bar or any club. Now, if you've already been to the Wynwood Wall, another great place to go to is downtown Brickell. Now, this place is way more expensive than Wynwood Walls, but there's a lot of good cheap places out there, a lot of good high quality restaurants, high quality nightclubs that you could also visit as well. Okay, I can hear you guys saying right now, Andre, I'm broke, but I'm not really that broke as you're describing in this video. Now, for those of you, I want you to click on this video right here where I asked you guys, can you do Miami right? Me and my friends went to Miami as tourists and we did it right with 0 budget. Let's see if you could do it as well. Click this video right here to see if you could keep up with us. I'm out. No, that's not bad for